As we all know, emergencies don't schedule appointments. When trauma happens, you either have the right gear or you don't, and that can make the difference between life and death. Today we are reviewing the Rhino Rescue EDC Trauma IFAK, a compact but well-equipped trauma kit designed for shooters, everyday carriers, and first responders. Whether you're on range, on duty, or just want to be prepared for the unexpected, this kit has all the essentials to stop major bleeding and life-threatening injuries. Before we jump into this review, a huge shout out to First Line Medical for sending us this kit to review it. If you're looking for one for yourself, you can head over to firstlinemedical.co.za. You can use the code Afritac10 for 10% off on this exact kit. So let's look into the actual kit itself. It comes in this plastic container when you get it. When you open the bag, you're greeted with a TCCC card, which is quite nice if you are helping someone else as well with this kit. Another nice thing that comes in the kit is this first aid manual. So each item in the actual kit, there will be some sort of steps to follow inside of this manual if you're not sure how to use it. So it's a good thing to keep this manual close by to the kit as well. The actual bag is water resistant as well, but also the material is really thick nylon. So it can handle scratches or whatever. You won't worry that it gets torn apart when you roll around or whatever. It's also nice to have these mole, so you can add it to a bug out bag on the outside if you don't want to put it on the inside, which I recommend that you put it on the inside, but it's nice to put it on the outside of a bag as well if it's full, and you can also attach it to your battle belt if need be. You'll also see that there's two zips. So when you angle the zips on the top here, it's really easy to just put your finger in here and rip it open. But I don't want to show you the contents now, we'll get there. But this is a really smart thing to do, because if it's on you, on your person, or on a bag, you don't want to fiddle with zips, you just want to tear it open, because I promise you there's not going to be time if there's an emergency. So one of the most important things of this kit, and of all IFAK kits, is the tourniquet that it comes with. So it's on the outside with your trauma shears as well. So let's just open this so I can show you all the details of the actual tourniquets. So the actual, it has double-sided Velcro as well. So it's Velcro, but it sticks to each other as well. So it's nice to store it in. It's double stitched as well, as you can see. So yeah, there's no way you're breaking this. So the actual buckle itself has a metal thing inside. So it's not just plastic, it has a metal buckle built into the plastic. So yeah, and obviously you have your timestamp here where you can write your time when you applied it. So yeah, this is quite nice. As I said, this is the most important thing to have in your IFAK, but yeah, this will help for most bleeding things. So it's nice if you want to carry this thing on its own as well, but the kit's compact enough so you can carry it with the actual kit. Then another thing that goes with the tourniquet, you'll see on the side of the kit here is a small marker, which is used for your TCCC card and for the actual tourniquet, just to write your time that you applied it on there. The pouch that the tourniquet goes into also has trauma shears inside. Let me just open this for you. So the trauma shears does have like a thing where you can clip it on to something if you don't want to keep it in the pouch. I know a bunch of the guys carry it like on their chest in their plate carriers. This one is also serrated, as you can see. So it's safe for cutting safety belts. The one without serrations will just slip on the safety belt, so this can cut off a safety belt as well. So now I can actually show you how it works with the zippers that I mentioned. So if it's on the top position here and it's on a bag or on your belt or something, you can literally just pull it open without using the actual zippers. You'll put more force on there if you're in an emergency, but yeah, you can just pull it open. So once you open the actual kit, you'll be greeted with combat tape. It's just a fancy word for duct tape. It has a ton of uses, not only for medical, but it's always good to have this on you. Right underneath the combat tape is the elastic crepe tape, bandage. This is also used for everything medical. You can use it with your gauze, without your gauze. And it's good for a normal boo-boo kit as well, because it's like, you can apply it to basically anything. So it's also really nice to have, and it goes hand in hand with the actual compressed gauze as well. Another thing that's really nice about this kit is this small tab here with the elastic. So it just keeps it a bit organized inside for you. When you open this up, this is the compressed gauze. It's really compressed, it's a really small pack, but let me just see if I can, the length isn't on here, but I'll open it now and then we can see how long the actual gauze is. I'll open everything now as well, including the chest seal, so you can see what it looks like inside the actual kit. Then right after that is the gloves. It's nice that it comes with, but I always recommend putting in 2 pairs, because you'll use this every single time you open this bag, you're gonna put on gloves. I hope you put on gloves. Then right behind the gloves is the chest seal. This is also a vented one. I know Rhino Rescue, they offer in their bigger kits, they offer dual packs. So it's the same pack, it just folds in 2 and then you have 2. But this is better than not having a chest seal. So when you apply this, the vented part of this just allows the air that's trapped inside to escape, and you can still use your lungs without having your lungs collapse. So then the last thing in this kit is the emergency wound dressing, also known as Israeli bandage. So this is, if I'm correct, a 4-inch dressing. So this is quite nice for moderate bleeding situations that don't require tourniquets. So I'll open it for you now and explain to you what I mean by that, but there's a nice piece that applies pressure to the actual wound. So you can also use this in conjunction with the compressed gauze if it's a bit of a bigger wound. So let's start with opening this emergency bandage, just to give you guys a closer look of the actual. So you'll see also on the packaging, it's just difficult to show you, but there's a bunch of small cuts everywhere. So you don't need to look for that one cut to tear it open. There's more than enough space or well, slots to rip it open from. So it's also vacuum sealed in another pack, which I wouldn't complain. Just keeps everything nice and clean as well. And there we go. So you will see on the emergency bandage, there's a sticker here that just gives you a bit of direction on where to put it. So this side is the outside. This is the piece that I was saying that applies pressure to the actual wound. So you can wrap it around here. So yeah, this is the 4-inch emergency bandage. It's quite long, which is a good thing. So just to give you perspective, it's long enough, it's also elastic. So this plastic is also really durable. I can feel it's really hard plastic. So I think it would be difficult to break this off in a situation. So this is quite nice. It's nice that it's sealed in 2 packs. So it's really compact to fit in an EDC kit. Because as you see, this is a massive piece of kit, or it's a massive item. I'm not going to open the gloves for you. I think you know how medical gloves look. So then when we look at the compressed gauze, there's also, you'll see there's like, I want to count them. There's like 6 or 7 of these cuts on the sides, and there's cuts on here as well. So there's plenty of space to open it. What this gauze is actually used for, if you didn't know, if you have a gunshot or anything, you would start peeling this apart, and where the wound is, if this was the wound, you would just start compacting the actual wound with this gauze. Keep on pulling it out, applying in there, just to try and clot the blood in there and stop the bleeding as you apply the tourniquet as well. So yeah, the compressed gauze, I think there's a lot. I'm not going to measure it for you guys, but it's a lot of gauze. I think it's more than enough to pack the wound, and I think it can also be used in conjunction with that emergency bandage. Yeah, so this is more than enough. And also it's sealed really nicely because this is a lot of compressed gauze. It's still not even done, but this is a lot for that small pack. Then the crepe bandage also has that plastic with all the small tearing parts in there. And it comes with these binders as well, which is really nice. Because if they don't come with binders, you need to tie a knot somewhere or try and shove it underneath something. So and it comes with 2 as well, which is nice. So the chest seal, there's tearing points at each corner here. There's also directions at the back. So the main thing about a chest seal is you just need to make sure the actual area where you're applying it to is clean. It shouldn't be full of liquids, aka blood or other things, otherwise it wouldn't stick properly. So let me open it for you guys, then you can also see how it looks. So the chest seal also comes with a bit of gauze. I think it's 2 sheets, yeah, around about 2 sheets. There you can see it's the actual vented parts, and it has a thick glue at the back here. So when you apply it, you pull this red tab here, and then you will see all the glue there, and it's, yeah. I'm curious to know what type of plastic is this, but it's not your average like Glad wrap or something, but it's really good. So there's also a bit of grip on this tab when you pull it off here. I think it's just, as we all know, blood is really slippery. So I think it's just to get it off this thing easier when your hands are slippery. But yeah, and I think it's a massive plus that it comes with 2 to 3 sheets of gauze just for wiping stuff off. Or this is actually, I think this is what it's meant to do, is to quickly wipe things off before you apply it. So yeah, that's basically all the content inside and inside the actual packaging as well. So I just want to clean up here and then we can just get our final thoughts. So this is actually my personal IFAK. As you can see, I just put my blood group on there. I think it's just a nice touch. Even though you're helping yourself, you're probably going to get medical services, and I think it's also just, if you're non-verbal, just for them to know as well. But I just wanted to show you it's compact, but there's more space to add things of your own as well. So if you open it, I actually put in a bit of burn shield. This is, I think it's like the medium package of burn shield. So I also put in just these wound closure strips. This is more like a boo-boo kit thing, but seeing that I'm carrying this thing every day where I go, if it's in my vehicle or in my backpack, this is just a nice thing to have if it's like a small cut and you don't want to go through all of the trauma items just to close that small thing. And on the sides as well, there's this elastic. So this is actually nice if you want to add extra, I don't know if it's called crepe, but I think it's called crepe, but it's that sticky crepe bandage. There's more than enough space if you just want to put a roll in here on the side. But yeah, to each their own. There's a lot of things you can customize in the kit. But I think as you buy it, it's more than enough what you actually need. I haven't used mine yet, luckily. I haven't had the need to use it. But I think if you were to be in an emergency, I would rather have this kit than not have it. I just want to say thank you again to First Line Medical for sending us this kit to review. Be sure to head over to their website at firstlinemedical.co.za. They don't only sell IFAKs, they have all the trauma essentials that you need. You can buy individual things as well from there. You don't need to buy kits, they sell individual items. Just remember to use our code Afritac10 if you want to save 10% on whatever you're buying. But I definitely recommend, if you're getting into medical gear, even if it's just an IFAK or something to start with, I think this kit will be more than what you need. and it's really compact. You don't need to be walking around with a full backpack just full of medical gear. So definitely give this a look. So that's it from my side for this IFAK. I would really appreciate it if you guys want to say in the comments what you would add to your kits if you were to buy this, and yeah, what else would you swap something for, and if not this kit, what would you recommend for beginners? I don't want to say beginners, but people starting to be more prepared about medical situations for them to look at. And yeah, thank you a lot for watching.